Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kyla and today we're doing my January 2020 bullet journal setup. The theme this month is crystals, and the color and the themes are heavily inspired by Amanda Rach Lee from her November 2018 theme. I also found some spreads on Pinterest, which since starting bullet journaling early 2018, I have been saying that quite a lot, but truly that is where I get so much of my inspiration from themes to actual spreads and everything and anything in between. The cover page is a combination of Amanda's monthly spread and of a post I saw on Pinterest. I love that crystals can be drawn in such different ways and still be clear that there is a theme. I love the crystals coming out of the shape border hexagon looking thing. It just adds depth and dimension, and the border makes it look a little bit like a frame. So I think it's really cool and a great idea. So shout out to whoever created this, and thank you for posting this on Pinterest and sharing it with the world. Next, I'm going to be creating my monthly calendar. Now, the calendars that I have been creating since April 2019 is a vertical calendar. I give each day about 3 dots, and if I want to assign an event or holiday or something along those lines, then I'll draw out a line from that date and write it out. I know that this calendar isn't what most people do, but it's been working for me since I started doing it. Considering the fact that I don't really have a lot of big events to be listing out daily, it only takes up a little bit amount of space, and it's a really great way to save space and also be concise and have things still look kind of cute. So the lighting just changed, and that's because it is now the next day and I've moved to a better place for filming because it got really dark and the other light was way too yellow. So here we are, better setup. But anyways, the color for this month's theme is purple. I have one dark purple and 2 lighter purples. I'll be putting a list of my supplies down in the description below with some links if you're curious as to what I am using. I'll be taking one color in and filling in some of the detail spots, so some of the spaces in the crystals, and then I'll be alternating colors as I go through all of this just so that I can have crystals with depth and dimension. And I think I got this from all of the posts that I found on Pinterest, as well as Amanda's post and video. It's a fairly common idea, But I love the way the purple looks. It is so rich and beautiful, and they all really match together. I almost chose some purples that didn't really go well together, so I'm glad I ended up with the purples that I did pick. The two lighter purples are kind of similar, but they're different in the way that you can layer them. The layering of the Crayola Super Tips purple is so rich because it gets darker, and the Tombow one stays this pastel purple, which is a really nice light section towards all of the crystals. Next up, I will be doing my trackers. On the left page, I am doing my habit tracker. This is a fairly common and simple way to do a habit tracker. I'm writing out habit in the same cursive font from the cover page, and the word tracker in tall skinny letters while alternating the colors of the purple. I like to draw the outline of the calendar Sunday to Saturday style, and then write the habit name on top. tie in the theme, I drew some crystals at the bottom and one is even in a jar. I found this crystal in a jar picture also on a spread from Pinterest. The stress tracker is inspired by a post, let's all say it together, that I saw on Pinterest. I'm drawing a bunch of crystals clumped together and using a smaller tipped Pigma Micron to draw in the crystal's details as well as the numbers. Throughout the month, I will be filling in my stress levels using the colors from the theme. I'm really excited to see the depth of the colors. I'm hoping that I can use my dark purple, except then that would mean I am super duper incredibly way too stressed, and I probably shouldn't be hoping for that. I just want to see how the colors end up looking. I really like tracking my stress levels because stress can impact and change so many things about your body and your life that if you know something is happening and it's going to stress you out or it ends up stressing you out, then for me personally, I would take as much caution around those things or try to cut them out. I think doing this stress tracker has really helped me realize what has been stressing me out over the top, which for the most part has been school, but there's nothing I can do about that. But if there are other aspects of my life that are stressing me out just as much as school would, then I know to look at that and take a step back and try to reanalyze why that is in my life and if I really need it. And if I do need it, then I should change something about it that it doesn't stress me out as much. I like to also track stress instead of a mood tracker, which is what most people track, because my mood fluctuates so much throughout a day that I can't really afford to have maybe 3 different boxes per day just to calculate my mood. So I opted for a stress tracker just so that I can have a mood tracker looking tracker. The last spread I will be setting up today is the first weekly spread. On the left, I'm putting a box for the events of the week so that I can have all of the planning space in the to-dos or daily section just for things I really need to do, and that all the events can be listed down in one section. The task list or the daily to-dos that are part of this spread is actually really simple. I wanted to keep it simple because of the crystals that are surrounding the spread. I, of course, tried to tie in the theme as much as possible, and I'm doing that right now by drawing a clump of crystals sort of stacked and layered on top of each other, and later on I will be coloring that in. that I'm using two different size pens, one to draw the thick outline and another to draw the tiny little details. To create the divisions for each week, I'll be alternating the colors of the purple to create a line, just so I can separate each of the days. I personally like to have a memories box in each of my weeklies so that I can have a moment of appreciation and thankfulness every week, and also to fill out the empty space that is in the week. Otherwise it's going to drive me crazy having that much space, but mostly the thankfulness part. It was at this moment that for some reason I decided to drop my Tombow marker. I got a mark on both my page and my pen, and I just started to use my white jelly roll to sort of fade it out and try to my best of my abilities to erase it from this page. And then I realized, so much work. So I decided to turn it into a crystal, one that's kind of similar to the crystal beside the memories. just taking my black brush pen to write out weekly events above the crystals in that empty space to finish off the spread. To close out this video, let's do a flip through of the whole spread. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.